Hey everyone, Aaron here. Welcome back to part 7 of Higurashi. Now, where we last left off, as you guys and girls know, it's chaotic that this stuff is going to happen the way it's going to happen, but yeah. Also, since I had my strike removed, I will be making these a lot longer than they were before. But this one in particular, kind of to celebrate my strike being removed, I'm going to make 25 minutes around that. So anyways, let's get on to it with this. As soon as the club activities were finished, Rena flew off, probably so she could dig out that cute Colonel Sanders that she wasn't able to take home yesterday. So today it was just Mion and me walking home together, a rather rare occurrence. So you'd rather be walking with it, anyways, Rion. I like her better than, what's her face, Rena? Mion is better. A matter of treasure, huh? The guys throwing it away probably never thought their wildest dreams that Rena would be grateful to them. Matter of treasure, meaning that damn construction site from before. Oh, right. Mia would probably tell me. That murder by dismemberment that seemed to have happened there? Over there, at the damn construction site? Did something happen there? Long ago? Something sure did. A grand battle. There were sit-ins and demonstrations. It was a bit different from what I wanted to hear, but I decided I'd listen just the same. It was our land that was going to be sunk into the dam's reservoir. I would have fought it as well, probably. The government guys were really adamant about it, acting all big and full of themselves. Since they figured out they couldn't settle it with money, they did a bunch of nasty stuff. They were nasty guys. Mion spoke excitedly as if the whole thing happened right in front of her. You are such a liar, Mion. I'm amazed you guys won. You were facing the federal government, right? The mayor and prominent figures in the village all signed petitions. They went to Tokyo and struck deals with legislators. And as a result, the development plan was retracted. It was our complete victory. There wasn't any violence, was there? Like assaults or murders? None. She promptly cut me off. The same as Rena had. See, that right there is creepy. Her words signaled the end of the discussion. Tomotake's-san said, one arm wasn't found in the incident. I thought that murder by dismemberment had occurred, but I guess I was wrong. My curiosity unsated, I sighed dejectedly inside. Later, see you tomorrow. Okay, Chan, you can't wash that off until you get home. Got it? I got it, I won't. If you guys forgot, that was he lost that game, so they wrote on his face. Mion held back the laughter while stealing glances at my face. I wonder what kind of nasty doodles they drew. Oh, he doesn't know. Damn you, Mion. You shall rue this day. If our roles were ever reversed, I'm going to slop it on. All over your face so you won't be able to take it off, even with a scouring pad. That doesn't sound correct, the way he said that. Like, not terms of grammar, I mean just terms of how he's creepy that sounded. Upon arriving at home, I ran straight into my mom's, embarrassing myself yet again. The mood I come home to was already on edge. It's not an uncommon thing in our family. Whenever Dad didn't come up with a good idea, it always ends up like this. He stomps around the house with his arms crossed. Mom whispers into my ear, Welcome home, Kenichi. Dad, he's in a bit of a rut right now, so don't bother him, okay? He can't come up with a new idea? It's because the deadlines are so close together this time. Your dad needs time to recharge or he doesn't work as well. Dad's paintings feed our entire family. If he runs out of ideas, then it's the end of the Meyer brothers. We're never gone hungry before. Could it be that my dad is a master painter? Wouldn't it be easy to get an idea taking a walk outside rather than wandering around the house? The theme of the piece is actually in the household, so it seems your dad wants to use this house as a motif. That's quite a bothersome motif. Keiichi, pick up your room. It looks terrible. Okay. Sorry, I'll clean it up later. Ah, come on. Please don't use my room as a motif. Keiichi, there's still some time before dinner, so please go take a walk out back or something. His bad mood is only temporary. As soon as he gets the idea his mood improves, he starts humming. Until then, it wouldn't be a bad idea just to go take a walk so I don't aggravate him any further. Well, I guess I will then. I said I was going to take a walk, but I didn't have any particular destination in mind. I just needed to kill some time. I got on my bike and pondered where to go. I could just go read at the bookstore, but it would take about an hour by bike to get into town. It would be dark by the time I got back, so I didn't want to go unless I had to. The roads at night here in Himizawa creep me out. If Mio and Satoko ever found out about that, I smiled wearily. Oh yeah, Rena was probably still at the Mountain of Treasure, the dam construction site. The excavation of Colonel Sanders would probably taken her a while. That sounds so stupid. It wouldn't be so bad to have her owe me one. She might return the favor next time we have club activities. With a little bit of self-interest in mind, I set up toward the dam construction site. Tomotaki-san might be there as well. The only person with information about the incident that both Rena and Mion deny knowing anything about. If I met him again, I'd like to ask him for more details. To ask, was there really a dismemberment here in Hinamizawa? That was my real intention. Some nice imagery. Some more imagery. Look at that real life imagery that they use like a filter for. It actually looks really cool. I actually like that imagery. I spotted Rena struggling up the slope of the garbage pile. It looked like Colonel Sanders was lodged in there pretty firmly. It didn't look like Rena would be able to, excavate him by herself. Realizing that Tomotaki-san wasn't around, I began climbing up the slope unsteadily. Hey, Rena, looks like you're working up a sweat. Ah, whoa, Kiichi-kun? What brings you to a place like this? A place like this, huh? I see. She was aware of it, at least. I received a signal for emergency assistance at the accident site. Where's the injured party? Huh? Accident? Huh? But there was a report Colonel Sanders was buried alive in the trash pile. Huh? Oh, that. You scared me. Don't fry me like that, Kiichi-kun. I was just kidding. I thought you might be struggling by yourself, so I came to help you out. With no ulterior motives. You came for me? How? Well, I filled my quota for today. If I don't see Rena blush at least once a day, then I'm not going to get my daily required nutrition intake. Just kidding, you're embarrassing me now. So, what part was the joke? What part was it? I just ignored her bewilderment. Okay, now move out of the way. So where is Colonel Sanders? Oh, sorry. Can't you see him in that gap? He's really buried in there. The Colonel Sanders was sideways, surrounded by boards and other construction materials like they were caging him inside. According to Run, it wasn't like this yesterday. It seems as though another legal dumper came yesterday, dumped again, and now he's buried like this. You're trying to move this pile all by yourself? With those scrawny arms? There's no way she will be able to do that with her slender arms. But Colonel Sanders is so cute! There's a chain of the Colonel Sanders at the store. This one, though, I should be able to take this one home. How? If Rena came up with the Colonel Sanders, she'd probably start devising a plan to steal the one in front of the store. As Rena's guardian, I won't let her sully her hands with crime. Out of the way, I'll do it. Rena blushed again, but this time I left it alone. I think, by the way, I'm going to start putting names on my actual titles for these things. Maybe that'll actually make more views. I don't know. The pile was enormous. Also, the more days we wasted, the more likely another illegal dumping would occur. If it got buried any deeper, there would be nothing that could be done. Keiichi-kun, I'll help too. Let me help. You just get away, so stay back. Pulling out scraps, bending them, tossing them aside. I quickly became covered in sweat and dust. All for Colonel Sanders. Flying objects drew beautifully across the twilight sky, one after another. Lumber, timber, plywood. Damn it. No matter how much I threw out, there was still more. Even though I could see Colonel Sanders right there. After grandstanding like that in front of Run, I felt frantic because of how little I progressed. If I was going to do this seriously, I needed an axe or saw or something. That's enough, Kiichi-kun. You're so sweaty. You don't have to try so hard. Yes, I do. It's man pride. I'm just doing it for you, Rena. Don't worry about it. Rena began spurting and turned beet red. Oops, I didn't mean to say I was trying my best as to keep her from becoming a criminal. Oh well. Keiichi-kun leading all the ladies into frantic things. I guess I just need a break. This is pretty tough. I sprawled on my back over the grassy slope. Dang. I'm so sorry. You're covered in sweat. Rena patted her handkerchief against my forehead. It felt pretty nice. Well, wait here a minute, okay? My house is pretty close. I'll bring you some barley tea, okay? Leaving the handkerchief on my forehead, Rena took off running. The cries of the Higurashi gently cooled the air. After I was certain that Rena was gone, I picked myself up and headed towards what I discovered earlier. That was a garbage pile of magazines and newspapers bound in twine. Lest I'm mistaken, I believe it was around here. There it was. They were bound stacks of not so reputable tabloids. They were stacked chronologically, going back quite a few years. It was quite a disturbing incident. Oh, that music's creepy. It seems they haven't been able to find one of the arms, you see. If it was just as Tomoki-tan said, Tomotic, I can't say his name all of a sudden. Toмотake. There we go. Toмотake. Wow, couldn't say his name. Said, then undoubtedly there would be a mention of the murders. There are troubled times. There is no end to these sickening incidents. There's a large part of society drawn in by these incidents as well. So it had to be recorded. Somewhere. I unfastened the packages and opened the rain-soaked pages carefully, looking over the table of contents. Not here. Next one. Not here. Next one. It was hard to search since I didn't know when it happened. I didn't know who the perpetrator of the victim was either. I only knew it happened here. I looked up every so often, checked to see if Rena had come back or not. I wouldn't want her to see me gawking at a dirty magazine, but it wasn't just that. Both Rena and Mion said they didn't know, but it had happened without a doubt. As long as Toмотake-san wasn't lying, that if both Rena and Mion... Ah yeah, there it was. If they had just said that, then I wouldn't have gotten so hung up on it. An incident that neither Rena nor Mion wished to talk about. Trying to uncover it after they tried to conceal it out of their good intentions. They made me feel like I was acting against my friends. Hinamazawa dam worker lynching, murdered by dismemberment. Should I say this like a reporter? Here it is. The featured article was in the back, and it seemed that there was a photograph of the colored pages at the front. The pages of the feature article were stuck together, and they weren't easy to open. Reddit could return at any moment. Feeling rushed, I gave up and opened the photograph page. The police investigators were carrying a body bag, and newspaper reporters were all bathing in camera flashes. The image was blurry and hard to understand, but I could definitely make out the headlines. A tragic nightmare at the Hinamazawa construction site, lynching and murder dismemberment. The victim was the site foreman. He had assaulted his assailants daily with an explosive backlash from his daily actions. It's a horrible image to see the site foreman as it happened. It really did happen. It seemed the details were on the next page. I turned the page without pausing. On it was. The assailant butchered the victim's body with hatchets and pickaxes. They used an axe to split the cadaver into 6 pieces: the head, arms, legs, and torso. Damn. I could understand just from the headline that it was just too terrible an incident. Normally lynching is just an assault or murder, right? Dismemberment with hatchets and pickaxes? That wasn't a lynching. It was a merciless killing to the letter. A brutal murder. Done by a group of people. With hatchets. With pickaxes. With an axe. That was a terrible yell. Sorry. Did I startle you? Rena dropped the axe she was holding onto the grass after being startled by my voice. Oh boy, that axe. I'm surprised. Did it actually show it, I wonder? Keiichi-kun, you see, earlier, yeah, you said it would help if you had an axe, didn't you? So then I brought an axe for you from the shed. Rena fluttered her arms in panic, continuing to explain and apologize. It seemed I had been glaring at her pretty intensely. I'm sorry, I guess my reaction was a bit overboard. No, I'm sorry as well. I'm sorry. Night was drawing close. I was pretty worn out and it wouldn't hurt to do the rest tomorrow. Doesn't look like we could break the last beam without an axe. You brought it after all. I have to borrow tomorrow. Alright? Okay. Why do you look so glum? Tomorrow we'll be digging out Colonel Sanders, right? You're right. I really want to take Colonel Sanders home soon. That sounds so weird. Why? Why would you want to do that? We both knew that it was useless to apologize any more than that. Just looking at my time. Alright. I quenched my thirst with the barley tea Rena bought and wiped off the sweat that had now gone cold. We took the path to head home. I felt quite guilty about the tabloid wrapped up in my jacket. Higurashi when they cry. Loading. So this is really like, I think the next day is when a lot of stuff changes. Oh, hey, look, we reached the next chapter. Alright, well, first save. I'll save over a new slot. Yeah, end of chapter 3. I can't believe we're on chapter 3 already. I actually don't know how many chapters there are, though. I'm not going to go over the tips and stuff, guys, because, that would take too much time, so I'm just going to go right back into the actual thing. I don't have the latest version of Office. Oh, that's not good. The function of the school as an educational facility is very questionable. Our PE class is exceptionally disorganized. The only things we do gather are the warm-ups at the start. Why did I say it like it was a question? The teacher isn't even there after that. All we do is play together. Oh, there. Oh, she's in a gym clothing. No helping it. Everybody's a different age or gender. I'm so curious to see what it would look like. Hold on a second. I wonder if I could actually do that without having to change. Oh, I could. All right, so let's do what it looked like originally. All right. I'm just curious. Oh my god! What the? Wow. Holy crap! Oh man, this had to be some of the worst. I mean, I know it's an older, like, don't get me wrong, guys and girls. I get that it's an older visual novel. I get that, but what is that I'm looking at? What is that? Oh my god! No, we need to change that back ASAP. No, that's gotta go back up to updated. There we go. Oh, thank God. It looks a lot better now. Oh my god. I'm sorry for your eyes if you went blind from that. The only rule is we have to stay on school or grounds while exercising. Oh my god, it's like you see these cutesy versions of them and then you see those like blobs. All the little kids are gallivanting about. Well, they certainly are being active. That might be probably getting plenty of exercise, but the Board of Education probably completely forgot about this school. Sorry to keep you waiting. Oh god, do we do it? I'm gonna do it too. Hold on a second. We need to see what they look like too. Ah, boy, I'm scared. Oh, what? What the hell? Oh my god, that's scary as hell. I don't know what's more scary, this game or the actual concepts of that. Oh my god. Okay, no, that's okay. Don't worry, guys and girls. We won't ever go back to the original one. Don't worry, we won't do it. They'll stay this way forever. There you go. Sorry to keep you waiting. We're all together now. What should we do for today for PE? All right, we have all our members gathered now. Now then, class representative, what shall we do for PE today? What shall we do? Mion harumphed and crossed her arms heartily. I've never seen anyone actually pronounce harumph. Like, that's why you go, surveying the area. Oh my god. Explosive power and endurance. There are no friends in the world of sports. Everyone is a rival. The only thing you could trust in is your own body. What the heck do you mean by that? You really read too much manga. I quit without missing a beat. I really, like, again, I know I've said this before, but I really wish, though, for the love of God, that they would actually have, like, modern day visual novels have where the actual name of the person talking or showing the person talking. Like, instead of just having, oh, this is, now it's just switching between different people. And so we've taken a lesson from history. The tried and true king of all outdoor melee events. Let's play tag. It was quite the adorable choice to make after paying it up so much. Just what I was hoping for. That Thunderhead Kiichi-san shall be the first one to be it. I'm not a Thunderhead. You're a Thunderhead. I won't be beaten. I'll try my best too. You can't beat me. Why are you guys all so into it? Because, man, they're Hinamizawa. They're bored and, The third rule for society. You must partake in the game. Partake in the game, enjoying without question. Then this counts as a club activity. Everyone smirked at each other. Oh, God. They all seemed pretty confident. I'm a man. Physically, I should be able to keep up with any girls my own age. Yeah, you should, man. Regardless, Mio and Satoko looked like they were aiming for victory, and Renner was looking at me, pitying my disadvantage. Fine. Tag. I'm in. My yell echoed across the school grounds. These were the rules. Anyone who was able to avoid being tagged before the bell was a winner. But we didn't switch who it was. The one who was tagged by it also became it. Oh, so it's like zombies. So the number of people who were it could increase exponentially. The endgame would become a hellish siege. They call the version we're playing here. Oh, hey, see, there we go. Zombie tag. I always like zombie tag. Zombie tag used to be fun. I used to play it when I was younger. I see. Anyone affected by a zombie turns into a zombie. I do that a lot of video games too. If you ever play like Halo, used to have a lot of zombie stuff. Why do you make it sound so scary? I wonder. As soon as I catch Runner, I'm going to tear out entrails while she's still alive. Wow, that's disturbing as hell. Gross, Kiichi-kun. That's gross. Rika-chan placed her hand on Runner's head as she panicked. Don't worry, before Kiichi-kun gobbles you down, I'll eat you up gently. That's weird too, but okay. Rika, that isn't comforting at all. Both me and I nodded deeply. So the first how do you decide who's the zombie? With rock, paper, scissors? Well, it's class time after all. Let's decide by answering questions. I'll ask the questions and the one who isn't able to answer is the zombie. That's not fair because then that means that you don't know. That means, like, come on. That's so unfair. What does the Japanese word roku mean? I have no idea. Huh? I was bewildered by the sudden question. Oh, please don't ask me. Rihanna repeated it. So you need to answer. What's roku in English? It's 6. How about Kurashida? I think that's 5, isn't it? Oh, sorry. Well, shut up, Aaron. You don't know Japanese. What's the third last letter in the alphabet? It's X. What does Saibatsu mean? I know that one, actually. Of course I know what that is. It's quite a lewd question. You're an adult, aren't you? Of course you know what it is, right? I certainly do. Of course I know. There, go ahead and say it. That you know that. What does that mean exactly? That Satoko looks like she's in trouble. How cute. Rana. Don't take her home. It's a crime. If I didn't nip it in the bud, she really might have tried to take her home. Mion's pursuit was relentless, making Satoko stammer. Now then, go ahead and say it nice and loudly. What does that mean? I do know. Say, that means a person, thing, idea, as action, or event which is previously indicated in the context. Huh? All of us were a bit surprised by Rika-chan's unexpected answer. I see. Well, it certainly is what that means. That could have been awkward. I wonder what I have done in Satoko's position. I probably got ticked off and just blurted out, you know what, at the top of my lungs. I wouldn't want you as an enemy, Mion Sonozaki. Thank goddess you were born a girl. If you were a boy, you'd probably be a perverted asshole. It appears I have no choice. Unfortunately, I, Satoko Hojo, shall assume the role of the zombie. I shall eat everyone. Seems like she's raring to go. All I must do now is count to 100, correct? Some jerk skips numbers while counting to 100, so you can't start chasing after you solve this problem. Well, Kiichika, give her a simple one, okay? 1/5 of a cake, 1/6 of a cake, and 1/7 of the cake are all at a plate. That rhymed. Oh no, there are no common denominators. Satoko grabbed a stick in panic and began drawing a cake out of fractions of the ground. If Satoko could eat one cake in 60 seconds, eat all of them. How many cakes are left on the plate? Just as I finished giving the word problem, Mion shouted, "Ready, go!" All right, I'm gonna end it there with that weird game of tag. All right, guys and girls, I hope you enjoyed this so far. The ones that are still watching, I really do appreciate it. I think Higurashi is fun to play. I wish it was more like the anime in terms of kind of speeding this up a little bit. But I think that in general, I think this is kind of cute the way it's doing this because you feel that everything's going to go bad. And that right now everything's going so well that it's kind of scary. So, anyways, I will talk to you all later. Have a great, great day, guys and girls, all right?